Hi, crafters, and welcome to Watch It Wednesday, episode 174. Let me see. Today we're going to do my base card out of Pool Party. So we're going to make this 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So let's go ahead and go here. Sorry, I like to watch to make sure, since my work desk is now over there and I can't see the monitors, I like to make sure on my tablet that we're not frozen. All right, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. That's the base card. Put it in the corners there to make sure that we're lined up so we have no overhanging edges, and crease it down with my bone folder. There's our base card. Now we're going to do 4 that are 1.5 by 1.5, and then 2 that are 1.5 by 3/4. Now, if you're using scenery cards like this, I would suggest that you cut your 1.5 the way you want it. So 1.5 is over here, but I'm going to turn this upside down so I can see this clear line here. So we're going to do 1.5 here. And we're going to do 1.5 here. Because I'm going to do kind of a tile presentation on my first card. So I'm going to do the 4 1.5 squares. So I'll start from the bottom on those. So there I have 1.5, 1.5. Then I'm going to do the 3/4. So here's that 3/4 line right there. All right, so let's keep that in its order. So we're halfway there. So we have two more 1.5 by 1.5, and one more 1.5 by 3/4. So on this one, I'm going to do, let's see, I want to make sure that it's still matched up. Let me bring this down a little bit more for when I'm cutting next. All right. So here I'm going to do 1.5. Here I'm going to do 3/4 because I don't want this to be matchy-matchy. I want it to kind of be off a little. And then here's another 1.5. All right. So there are my pieces. Let's go ahead and bring this over here. Trying to figure out if I want to make this horizontal. Oops, let me get that on the back side. That helps lay your card down. Can't decide if I want to do this horizontally or vertically. Let's see what this looks like. Well, that's not bad. Then we do this side here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it horizontally. I feel like vertically there'll just be way too much. So we do it this way. I'll show you. You could really do it either way, but I just feel like this way, there's just too much. It feels like there's too much open blue space. Because I would probably feel more like centering it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But this is the general layout. Your base card, and then I have 4 1.5 by 1.5 inch squares. Then I have 2 1.5 by 3/4 inch rectangles. And that's it. That's your preparation on Wednesday. We'll see you on Friday to finish this up. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.